welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and for today's video I thought we could go over every single book I have on my physical TBR. So that is every single book I have but have not read yet. So I got books here, I got books here, I got books over here, and my cart. If you can see the cart, I will flip it that way a little bit. Can you see the cart? Yes, yes. Okay. So the first book I have on my physical TBR is Thunderhead, which is the second book of the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. Then we have The Toll, which is the third book. And then the Gleanings is like, it's not really part of the series, but it's like a diary entry of all the Scythes. So it's their diaries of Gleanings. And then also, I don't know, my brother let me borrow this off of his bookshelf. So it is The Empire of Sand. Very interesting to read. The next book, this came out in 2023, Happy Place by Emily Henry. The only Emily Henry book I have read is Beach Read, and I've read it twice. So I think I'm going to love this book. I hope I do. The only thing is, I have a problem personally with second chance romances, and this book is a second chance romance. Yes, but I do want to read it. I've heard amazing things about it. The next book is If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy, and this is like a plus size Cinderella story, and you know, it says if the shoe doesn't fit, maybe it's time to design your own. I love that. Oh, yes. Yep. It's like a Cinderella story. And I'm excited to read it, you know? Okay, next we have The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. And, okay, like all the booktubers I watch love Ali Hazelwood books. I've never read any of her books. And so I really want to. So we're gonna try it, maybe? I think so, yeah. Anyways, The Love Hypothesis. I know all of Ali Hazelwood books are about women in STEM, and it's a fake relationship story. I love fake relationships. I love it. Okay, the next book we have is another Emily Henry book, and it is called Book Lovers. And I don't know. About two rivals. I started the audiobook back in 2023, but I was camping during that time, and my headphones attracted a bat. Whoops. My headphones attracted to a bat, and so I had to turn off my headphones. And then I returned the audiobook because I borrowed it from Libby, and yeah, I haven't gotten far, so I definitely want to reread, not even reread, but like start reading this book. Okay, the next book we got is Murder at the Toltec Gorge by Billy Anderson, and this is an author from New Mexico. I live in New Mexico, and my grandma and grandpa bought his book when they went on a train ride, and I wanted to read it. Yeah, it's very interesting to me. It's a mystery, I think. It is a mystery. It's a fiction, mystery, and detective and historical story. Next, we have The Secret of Dunhaven Castle. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about this. Is that I put these in there so I can take notes on it. But literally, I have started this book twice now. And I have not finished it. I want to finish this because it's like a mystery. It's cute. So basically, Kate is a university professor. And she applied for tenure. She didn't get it. But during that time, this guy just comes out of nowhere and is like, "Are you Kate?" And she's like, "Yes." And then he was like, I think it was like her or like her great grandma or great aunt or something, gave her a Scottish castle. And so she decides to move. And that's as far as I got. Is that she ends up she goes to London to sign the paperwork. But anything else after that, I don't know. I don't know what happens next. Then we have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Christina Lauren is two authors writing a book together. And as you can tell, I'm only 38 pages into this. Yeah. It is, I think it's childhood friends to lovers. I read this I started it during a 24-hour readathon, and those make me question reading because they make reading not fun for me. So, yes. But all the booktubers I watch love this book. So, I want to love this book, but we'll see. Next, we have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. And this is the second book in it. I don't know if they're a standalone series or not, but I know the first book was about her sister. Yeah, it's like small town. She works in film. So, yeah. Then we have The Hacienda by Isabel Canas. And I saw this on Book of the Month, and I thought it just gives spooky vibes. We have Book of Night by Holly Black, and I have the Cruel Prince series is also written by Holly Black. And yeah, like, this is like a paranormal story. I wanted to read it. And next we have Edvika and the Hollywood Wives by Kirthana Ramasetti. I think that's how you say her name. I started this. It's about a bartender who's dealing with the loss of her sister, and she goes and is, bartending a major event. And she basically starts talking to this really cute actor, but he's 40 years older than her. And then they get in a relationship, they get married, and then I guess his first wife dies, and leaves everything to Edvika. But the only condition is that she has to divorce him first. Yeah. And then she, figures out what's going on. But, what happened in his first two marriages. So, yes. I'm excited. Is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series by her. I'm 129 pages into it. I started it this last 24-hour readathon that I just did. So, yeah. Here's the thing, is I was scrolling through TikTok, and what happened is that it spoiled the third book for me, the third book of the series. And I was like, I have to experience that. So I'm reading it anyways, even though I know what's gonna happen. Am I frustrated about that? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Hold on. My leg is asleep now. Speaking of, okay. I didn't know, I didn't mention Netflix, but this is, ow. This is getting turned into a TV series. This series. But speaking of books that got turned into a TV series is Lockwood and Co. It was so good. The series, so good. Am I mad they canceled it? Furious. It was so good. Anyways, I got the book so that I could know what happens, okay? Because the way the series left off, it couldn't just leave off like that. So, yes, The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud. Next we have Mermaid Moon. I don't know anything about this except that this is blue, which is gorgeous, and the cover, which is also gorgeous. That's it. And there's a castle. That's all I know about this. Another book I have about a mermaid is Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. And rich with magic and mythology, adventure and danger, romance and friendship, and themes both classic and contemporary. Deep Blue, book 1 of the Waterfire saga, is an epic tale as expansive and mysterious and beguiling as the sea itself. And then it gives like a little poem. Daughter of Marrow, find the 5, brave enough to keep hope alive, one whose heart will hold the light, one possessed of prophet sight, one who does not yet believe, thus has no choice but to deceive, one with spirit sure and strong, one who sings all creatures' song. Together find the talismans belonging to the 6 who ruled, hidden under treacherous waters after light and darkness dueled. That was a mouthful. Okay, next we have The Hunger Games. Okay, I am a 23-year-old, almost 24 in April, and I've never read The Hunger Games. Have I watched the movies? Yes, but I haven't read them, and I wanted to read this before I read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but I'm going to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes first before the Hunger Games series, because I feel like that would make more sense. Next we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now we have Midnight Sun, which is thicker than Twilight for sure. And this is all Edward's perspective. Let's just say that these chapters are wild. I don't even know. I wasn't even halfway. I don't remember where I was, but literally, I remember him talking about the biology classroom scene, and that was wild. I was shocked. Then we have Life and Death, which is like the gender bent version of Bella and Edward. So there's that. And then we go into the rest of the series. New Moon. Because I haven't read this series at all. Eclipse. Breaking Dawn. And then The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. Hold on, let me stack these better so that they're not falling everywhere. Okay, then next we have Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadman. And you were supposed to read this before The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. I have done that with like 3 book series now. 3 of them. I don't know how this keeps happening, but it does. It says 6 roses, 6 vials of blood, 6 visits to a vampire who could be her salvation or her damnation. I don't know. I thought the cover looked breathtaking, honestly. And, you know, I liked the Serpent. I love The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. It's the only 5-star book I've given this year so far. So, yeah. But I guess you're supposed to read this first. I didn't. Yeah. What can you do? Next we have Legendary, which is the second book in the Caraval series. And Scarlett and Julian are one of my favorite book couples ever. This book follows Donatella, and then TikTok spoiled something in this book. Not even in this book, I don't know, somewhere in the series. Somewhere in the series, they spoiled something, and I was shocked. Next we have Unravel Me, which is the second book in the Shatter Me series. I loved the first book. My grandma loved the first book. And then I love the novella that came after it because we got to see Warner's point of view. And it just shows you why he does what he does. I don't know. I like that character insights. That's cool, but wow. Yes. Okay. Next we have The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. This was on my January TBR. I did not get to it yet. Yes. But I do love that after every chapter, there is a recipe. So, next we have Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This was also on my TBR. I did not get to it either. This is a Antony and Cleopatra retelling. It's an adult fantasy. Next we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This was also on my TBR. I did not get to it yet. I was fantasied out. Next we have The Wicked King, which is the second book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. And yeah, that's all I know. I heard good things about the series, but it's not a romance series. Like, it's more of a political fantasy. Now we have Sanctuary by V.V. James. It says, when young Daniel Whitman is killed at a high school party, the community is ripped apart. The death of Sanctuary star quarterback seems to be a tragic accident, but everyone knows his ex-girlfriend, Harper Finn, is the daughter of a witch, and she was there when he died. So, yeah. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. With magic? Mm-hmm. Now we have Bones Crier's Moon. I think the cover, the vines, so cute. I don't know what this book is about, but I do want to read it. Now we have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, The Dark Artifices, book 1. I haven't read any of her other books, but I want to. I want to get into this series. I heard it's really good. The only issue is I tried to read, what it was, City of Bones. I watched the Shadowhunter series, and I can't like read the book, you know? I didn't finish the Shadowhunter series, but I'm struggling so much. Now we have Legendborn by Tracy Dion, and I started the book. I haven't finished it, but I was very interested into, like, the cover. Do you see the magic she's wielding? And then it's a series, so I'm gonna read the second book. So I have to get through it. And now we have The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. And this one talks about jinn, as in like genie types. Yeah, it's good. There's no romance in here so far. I am halfway through. I didn't finish. I read half last year and I have half left. So I wonder how many books this is. I'm going to count and let you guys know how many books are on my physical TBR. But now we go to the cards. Next we have Finale, which is the third book in the Caravel trilogy. And I think this is Legend's book. So, yeah. Next we have, and I've heard great things about this next trilogy. The only thing is, some people are iffy about the last book, which I don't have yet, so. Okay. Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then The Ballad of Never After, both by Stephanie Garber. It follows Evangeline and Jax. That's all I know. So, yes. Then we have the book 3 and 4 of the Shatter Me series. And then we have the third book of The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is As Good as Dead. The Cruel Prince, almost halfway through. Yeah. Like, they're very mean in this book. They're very mean to her. Next we have The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This is the third book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. I've read the first one and the second one last year, and I have this one left before I am done with this series. But like I said, I struggle with second chance romances. And now we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is like a cozy fantasy, honestly, or a cozy fantasy romance. I started this in January, but I didn't finish. I'm on page 67. So, yeah. Next we have... Okay, hold on. Gotta get all the ones. Okay, so we have, does it go that way? Yes. Heartless, Reckless, Powerless, or does it go, I don't know. Which way does this go? I don't know. Heartless, Reckless, Powerless, and then when I bought these series, Hopeless, I think it is, I pre-ordered it because it wasn't out yet in paperback on Amazon, I guess. So that's coming in at the end of this month. But that was before my book buying ban when I bought it. So yes, but this is basically like a small town romances. I read the first book last year. I loved it. It was a bull rider romance. This one is a cowboy romance. Oh, this is another bull rider, but it follows Theo and Winter. And then this is a hockey romance, isn't it? Right? Because Jasper plays hockey. It's a hockey romance. Okay. And then Hopeless is about Bo, which... Is it? It's about Bo, right? Right? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I like just brain freeze everything. Okay. Oh my goodness. Next we have, oh, but I had grabbed another book. Delicious Monsters. It says Daisy Sees Dead People. And that hooked me. And I thought this was beautiful. I haven't read any of it, but I want to. And now we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I read Love Wager by Lynn Painter last year, and I loved it. So, I hope I like this one. Let me see. What are these ones? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, here we go. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is also the author of the Natural series, which I have just started on my Kindle. Yeah, I heard great things. My cousin recommends this book, so I want to read it. Now we have Ninth House by Leah Bardugo, I think. I heard it was like a dark academia. It kind of looks fantasy-esque. And then the snake on it, beautiful. Anyways, yeah. It seemed interesting. Get Out. Gallant by V.E. Schwab. You know, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what it's about, but I thought it looked beautiful. So I'm going to read it. Then we have, if I can get these books out. Okay. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I went and watched the movie. It was good. I was shocked. And then I was listening to the soundtrack all the way home after. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. And now we have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I can't wait to dig in to this book because what happened at the end of the first book of the series, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, shocked me. I wanted to go into the next book, but I needed a little bit of break. And this book is thick. It's a thick looking book. Okay. Now we have Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. She's coming out with another one, so I do want to get through this one. Evie seems like a good character, and I don't know. I want to get into it, okay? Next, we have... Oh my goodness graciousness. Okay. The Helsinki Affair by Anna Pitoniak. All I know is this involves spies. And it seemed interesting to me. So I wanted to read this. Now we have Darling Girl, which is a retelling of Peter Pan. The cover got me. You know, like the cover is getting me on all these books. Yours truly. I heard such great things. I'm so excited. And this would be my second Abby Jimenez book. It follows, so in the first book, which was Part of Your World, which it's not a series, maybe it's a standalone series. I don't think it really is. Bree, which is best friends with Alexis, this is her story. And I heard amazing things. So I do want to get into this. Now we have 2 books by Catherine Center. We have The Bodyguard and Hello Stranger. I've heard amazing things about The Bodyguard. She's the bodyguard. And then Hello Stranger is, I think she gets face blindness. She does or he does? I think she does. Yep, she gets face blindness. So they seem like really good books. I really want to read them. Next we have Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Again, women in STEM. Now we have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I know it's a TV show on Prime. I haven't watched it yet. I really wanted to read this first. Next we have Gwen and Art Are Not in Love, by Lex Croucher. And literally the pink is giving, and it's so cute. Yes. But anyways, it's like descendants of Arthur. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's cute. It's like giving me, well, Renaissance vibes. And I love the pink. I just love the pink. Yeah. Now we have Divine Rivals, by Rebecca Ross. And I heard amazing things. This is a young adult romantasy. It says no God, no creature, no war can come between them. Okay, I heard amazing things. It was a very popular book for 2023, and I think the second book just came out recently. So I definitely want to read it. Next we have, we're on the last, what is this? The last shelf of the cards, the TBR cards. The Unmaking of June Farrow, by Adrienne Young. A woman risks everything to end her family's century-old curse, solve her mother's disappearance, and find love in this mesmerizing novel from the best-selling author of Spells for Forgetting. I thought the cover breathtaking. It gives me like summer night vibes. A Winter in New York. Now, am I going to read this now? No. I'm probably going to wait until December to read it, but I am going to include it on my physical TBR. The only thing I know is that this lady flees to New York, and then she comes across this gelato place that her mom took a picture of and has their secret family recipe, and I guess they're missing their secret family recipe, and I don't know what happens. I heard that it's like a 3-star. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Next we have The Kingdom of Sweet, which is by Erica Johansson. This is a Nutcracker retelling, and the Nutcracker is one of my favorites. This is also gonna probably be a December read. Yeah, the last books are definitely seasonal books, so they go with specific seasons. Practical Magic. I've watched the movie. Love the movie. I want to see if the book is like the movie. I barely watched Practical Magic last year. So, yeah. It's a fantasy. You know? I know. Okay, next we have, The X-Hex and the Kiss Curse. You know, I love witchy books. Darling House. Oh, yeah. This is, I think it's more of an October read, but honestly, I like look at all those birds and the keys, and it has something to do with like this house, and the house is calling to this girl, and I want to read it. I really do. Now we have The Stranger Upstairs, another book about a house. This is definitely, I feel like this is definitely a thriller. I do want to read it, but I feel like it's an October book for Halloween. to get you in the Halloween mood. Spooky season. Next we have Vampires of El Norte. And this is also by Isabel Cañas. She also wrote The Hacienda. And yeah, I don't know. Her books are more, I feel like, are oh my gosh, historical fiction. Now on to the last two books, and then we're done. Okay, Love Light Farms, obviously gonna read in December, and All I Want for Christmas, also going to read in December. So let's see, how many books? Gotta count them. I'll be right back. Okay, so after counting all the physical books, there are 79 on my physical TBR. Now, here's you know how I had a bookbinding ban in place? Well, you see, I bought a book on my Kindle, and then next Saturday I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble because it's been a rough week. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that is all the books on my physical TBR for 2024. Okay. I hope you guys liked this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.